This match is just underway. We have the quarterfinals of the senior women's. The Toronto Nomads taking on the Barrie RFC.
Yep, that's good.
So we're just getting the ref's mic now, so we will have that for you in this game. Nomads take an early run on the outside, and it looks to be a try here. Able to score right under the post, and it's 5-0 Nomads.
Give it a shot.
Pending the conversion here.
It's got to be a drop kick, okay? Drop kick, yeah.
So just like that, the Nomads are up 5-0 early on in this quarterfinal. We saw the Nomads earlier taking on Durham College, and they won that game.
Back.
A strong run from Barrie there as she looks to pull away from the defenders. Oh, a great offload. Just stopped short of the end there, and it looks like the Nomads have gotten the ball back.
Advantage, blue, please. Right there, tackle release. There's your mark, go.
And looks like a Barrie try. So now we're all knotted up at 5 here, and we'll see if the conversion gets made. So looking like another Toronto Nomads try here. That's Sevens rugby for you, just back and forth. So Nomads are now up 12-5 on Barrie in this back and forth action here at Fletcher's Field.
Maul! in the ruck. Stay back, Blue, don't. Release. Plus forward. Plus forward.
So we're at halftime here in this senior women's quarterfinal between the Toronto Nomads and Barrie. Nomads are up by one converted try. They're at 12, while Barrie sits at 5 with their one try. As both teams talk game plans for the second half, we're just awaiting the referee's signal to return to play here. Nomads up 12-5 in this quarterfinal action.
Eight. At those scrums. So yeah, the ball was out, okay? But the problem is you're in front of it before it comes out. Okay, you've got to stay behind it until it comes out of the scrum, all right? Yeah. It's just that little unfair advantage that we have to use.
I know, and I went fucking.
They're not much better than this. Blue ready. White's ready. Time's on. Be careful.
No, Caroline.
Get out, get out, get out! Fun edge. Side entry. Here. Back! Just line out. Leave the ball over there. Yeah. Middle. There you go. Drop one. Drop one. Drop one. Drop one. Holding on. Where you are.
That's a great steal and a run for an easy try for the Toronto Nomads. They pad their lead. They're now at 17-5 as we await this conversion. And the kick is good. So Nomads currently lead Barrie 19-5.
Bring it over here if you want. That's a bog. Going right or left? Cross forward. Scrum. Crouch. Bind. Sit. Out. Play. Keep him down. High tackle.
Ref gives the warning for a high tackle. And Barrie's back with the ball here, looking to cross half.
Counter's good. Play. No more ruck.
Another Nomads try here as they brought the ball way outside to get around the Barrie D.
Stay over.
And with that try, the Nomads now lead 24-5.
One minute.
Our next two matches after this will be men's quarterfinal action. Be sure to stay tuned for those matches. And then shortly thereafter, we'll have one of the women's semifinals. So some great rugby still to play, and the cup finals begin at 2. So be sure to stay online with us here on Rugby Ontario TV.
I got it. Hey? This is middle.
So in the next quarterfinal, we have the Mississauga Blues playing in the Aurora Barbarians.
Thank you.
And in the second quarterfinal of the men's side, we actually have Trent University playing against the Trent University alumni. So that's bound to be a good game, and stay tuned and watch both those quarterfinals as they look to book their spot into the semis.
Advantage over. Cross forward.
So that's the final here Nomads take a 24-5 lead and will be going on to the semifinals. Thank you to Barry for a great tournament.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
The 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival is presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. Thank you to the Wolfpack and all of our other gracious sponsors for their support of this year's event. Welcome back to 2017 Magnificent Sevens action. In this senior men's quarterfinal, we have the Mississauga Blues taking on the Aurora Barbarians. Looks like Aurora Barbarians are opening the scoring here in the Mag Sevens senior men's quarterfinal. So the conversion is unsuccessful. The Barbs have a 5-0 lead on the Mississauga Blues here in the quarterfinals. Barbs with another quick score here, and they're looking to add to it with a conversion. Another missed conversion, but the Barbs are now up 10-0 over the Mississauga Blues. The Blues were shorthanded in the first game. They played against the Upright Rugby Rogues, but looks like they've been able to bring in some more players for their later games. After a strong couple of phases by the Mississauga Blues, they're on the board here in the 2017 Magnificent Sevens quarterfinal. The Blues are taking on the Aurora Barbs here. So as the Mississauga Blues kick off here, I'd like to welcome Khalil Arjam to the media booth here. I don't know if I pronounced your last name wrong, and I apologize if I did.
That's fine.
But Khalil, if you're in the rugby community, you know who Khalil is. He's around with the Aurora Bars, with the Trent University Excaliburs, and with the high performance program, the Ontario Blues. So Khalil, thanks for coming up and joining me.
Thanks for having me, Kevin.
Yeah. Sorry, just an Aurora Barbs score there. So
yeah, number 9, Luke Travell, graduate of our junior program.
Yeah, that's great to see. So the Aurora Barbs, you're heavily involved with the club. Just talk a little bit about the team we have here today, and I guess the season you you guys had this past year.
Yeah, well, it's been a up and down season this year. The Aurora Barbs are going through a transition as they have the last couple of years, and as you can see here at the age of these players here, the average age up there is about 21 years old. A lot of graduates of the junior program out here that still wanted to play sevens. I put out the call and said, hey, who wants to play? And we had 15 guys step up. One of the biggest teams here at the side. We thought about putting out 2 sides, but luckily we didn't. Look at these conditions today.
Yeah, not the best conditions, but they're playing through it, and it's great to see the Barbs out there with a sevens team.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like a lot of these players here are players that played in the past we talked about the high performance stuff. A lot of graduates of the Toronto Rugby and Ontario Sevens as well. J.R. Newsland playing for Scrum Half right now. Graduated Toronto Rugby in 2012. Luke Travell played in 2014. Right, so a few guys out there that have had some experience with sevens. They're still playing the game. And sevens is the growth to the rugby. A lot of players that play sevens, they get their skill acquisitions and then come here.
Yeah, that's great. It's huge seeing these guys still participating in the sevens, and especially at the junior program, seeing the growth that we're seeing. I guess just speak on that a bit and where we're at with our provincial program.
With the provincial program, it's pretty strong. Fortunately, we only have 2 teams right now running with the actual Ontario program. It's U18 boys and girls. Both run 2 sides, A and a B side, and development and elite side. And last year we had a pretty good finish out in BC, and just DJ Dillon running in for the try. And it's not too bad when it comes down to the development of it. Like we had an Ontario boys final last year at BC Place in front of 30,000 fans, and our girls lost a nail biter to BC, 15-7, I believe, or 15-5. So we're competing at the top stages, and you can see it right now, especially at the senior women's program. About 9 out of 12 of those girls are from Ontario. So Ontario is really producing quality and quantity of sevens players.
Yeah, it's great to see, and I know this year we established the Fall Sevens series with the Mag Sevens and the other stops along the way in Belleville, Ottawa, and Brantford. I guess just from your standpoint, like a club standpoint, how do you feel about the series and where it's going for the junior game, and for the development of those athletes to go in and play provincial and play in their branches?
Well, the think brains around Ontario said you need to play more sevens if you want to get better at sevens, and a series like that is giving them exactly what you need. And many of these players that are playing today, especially the U18 boys and girls elite, will be back here tomorrow playing with their clubs. So sure, it's not the best on their body, but they're taking the leadership they're learning from those elite tournaments, going back to their clubs, and they're making their clubs better players. And the other thing it comes down to is look at us. Look at the weather right now, right? You probably have over 500-600 players right now, right? Battling the elements, playing in mid-October, end of October, and they're enjoying it. Like, look at all the laughters out there. Look at all the guys having fun, right? That's all about it. It's growing the game, right? We need more players playing, more quality rugby, more games.
Yeah, it's great to see. Now, looking forward to the next quarterfinal. I believe I saw it was Trent University versus Trent University alumni.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that? And which team do you think is going to come out on top?
Oh, well, the alumni, if we're talking about players, that alumni team had 4 guys that were at the BC Sevens last year, who had a strong 7th place finish. Or, sorry, might have been 5th. It's too much rugby. I don't take the track anymore. But, yeah, you have 4 guys out there. The only issue with the alumni team is, not much commitment there. Only 7 guys showed up today. So they played all their games, had some good nail biters against Lindsay and I believe they play the Barbs too, the alumni team. And the Trent University team, they have some guys right now. We're getting into our full swing of sevens now that we're eliminated from the OUA playoffs. But we have 15 guys here with the Trent University team looking to play, looking to skill acquisitions. And we're looking to do the series this year coming up and hopefully ending up in the BC finals again, hopefully with a better finish than we did last year.
Yeah, it's great to see. I guess to just talk about the OUA side, the recent announcement of the championship that's going to be happening in Guelph, what's that going to do for the sport of rugby in the OUA? And I guess for Trent, where are you guys headed?
Well, with Trent, we're a young team this year. We graduated 6 out of our 7 backs last year. So even out there right now, you only have 2 or 3 third years and fourth years. The majority of those guys are first and second years that are playing right now. So with the depth comes the quality. And now with the championships, you might not have the influx of Ontario players moving up to BC looking for that quality rugby, especially with the Queens hiring a full-time head coach now, and other schools might follow suit down the road. The quality is only going to get better here. Guys are going to be more motivated, wanting to play more games. Hopefully there's some adjustments with the club season finishing up a little bit earlier, so these guys could be committed to their thing. Because, as many people have said, the universities are where we're developing the athletes. The club is where they go get more skill acquisition, more games. But the university series, if you look at it right now, the bulk of players in Ontario are under the age of 25, and we got to start looking at the new trends.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
And it looks like Mississauga's getting a yellow here, so they'll be.
Oh, that's not Mississauga. That's
that's Aurora. Sorry.
That's Aurora. That's Danny Tupou, Canadian Wolverine, coming off the field for cynical play.
So they're playing 1 man short there.
Yeah, Mississauga with the knock on the 5-meter line. Mississauga has had a tough day today. One of the Barbs are playing with them right now, Brandon Olivio.
Oh, okay.
And so it's not too bad, but they played some really good rugby. Not bad for 6 guys and whoever they throw on their team.
Yeah, and they had a tough contest against an upright rugby team right off the bat with 6 players. It was a tough one on them. So I'm glad to see they're in the quarterfinals and battling it out here.
Yeah, it's not going to be bad. Obviously a little bit biased there, but I'm hoping the Barbs pull out the win.
Of course.
You know what? As long as they're playing good quality rugby, that's all that matters right now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
No. So the Barbs are just trying to figure out who's playing where right now with the front row yellow card. By the time they figure it out, the yellow card would probably be over. And then just speaking about the sevens, right now, like there's going to be some good quality matches coming up down the road there. Most of the semifinals and finals will be streamed on this field, which is great to see.
Yeah, so we have the 2 p.m. the junior finals start to kick off. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the U18 elites. The men are playing at 2:20 and the girls are playing at 3:30. But we have some good rugby at the U14 level too, starting off at 2 in the boys and 2:40 in the girls, and then the women and the men finish it off at 3:20 and 3:40. So we're looking forward to that.
Yep.
And should be lots of good rugby left today.
Yeah, and if you're looking at that, look at that U14 division right there. The girls have had 5 clubs playing strong with Barrie 1, Barrie 2, Amazon, Dresser, and Crew. That's great to see. U14 girls rugby wasn't around 3 years ago. And to have 5 teams constantly playing week in and week out, it's going to be good to see. The Amazons have been taking most of the wins this year, so let's see if anyone can upset them this year in the finals.
Yeah, of course. And that's just as we speak, that's a Mississauga try.
Yep. Looks like it was in the corner. I'm hoping it's not the Barbarian that scored it. It is not.
I don't know if we have the score updated here. We'll get Mississauga's score on the board. Do you think they?
And we also got to say thank you to the Toronto Wolfpack for stepping up today and sponsoring this tournament. It's great to see rugby league in Canada and them giving back to grassroots rugby.
Yeah, it's definitely huge. They're here as our presenting sponsor, and I mean it's rugby league, but in the end it's all rugby, and
Yep.
we're pretty happy with the support they've shown us today. So that's great.
No, even if you get a couple thousand more people touching a rugby ball because of rugby league, it's still growing the game of rugby, right? Hopefully we can convert them over to rugby sevens or rugby league. But looks like the kick's going to go short. Free kick for the Barbs at half with a couple minutes left. Speaking of graduates of junior programs, there's Calvin McHugh, a graduate of the Toronto Rugby, same year as J.R. Newsland in 2012. Barbs have the numbers on the overlap. See what they do. Oh, try to go up the middle and falls. Conditions are getting pretty bad out there now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty rough out there. It's been a steady downpour here, and it's really taking its toll.
Yeah, DJ Dillon looks to explode. Oh, cheeky offload, knocked on by John Luca.
So with the senior men's and women's sides, do you see sevens taking off a bit more and they're establishing a league, or are those university and college leagues sort of not taking away, because obviously those players are still playing rugby, but are they taking away players that could be playing in the sort of a seven circuit?
Yeah, we'll talk about the girls' side first. What the OUA finished up last week, Queens and Guelph are out of the question. Both of them are traveling to Lethbridge this week for the CIS. And we're looking at the clubs. I'm surprised some of the other clubs aren't here that finished up 2 weeks ago. The only club here from the university side is Trent University. And that's because they finished 2 weeks ago and the girls wanted to play. We're looking at the college side. They're still right in their 7th season. So
yeah, of course.
With this OCAA's next week, it's kind of hard for them to ask of it. But 4 teams didn't make the final. So coaches need breaks, players need breaks, right? It's a very competitive schedule. Men's side, OUA quarterfinals are today.
Mm-hmm.
You got Mac playing Brock and Laurier playing hosting Western. Well, good for Laurier. So when it comes down to it, it's through 4 other teams, Waterloo, Toronto, Trent, and RMC that could be here today. But when it comes down to it, they just got off an 8-game season. It's kind of hard to ask them, okay, focus on 15s and move to 7s today.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
Looks like that's the end of the game, and it looks like the Barbs will be beating Upright in the semifinals.
Yeah, should be a good match between those two clubs.
Yep.
And in the next quarterfinal we have Trent versus Trent alumni. So stay tuned. And thank you, Khalil, for coming up and joining us and chatting a bit about everything that is about rugby.
Perfect. Thank you, Kevin. And fans, enjoy the day.
Thank you. In our next senior men's quarterfinal, we have the Trent alumni taking on Trent University. Should be a good contest between some familiar foes here. The Trent alumni are wearing the green jerseys, I believe, going right to left. I'm going to confirm that first before we go ahead, but believe that's...
Yeah, or kickback. That shows. Come on, your jersey's still clean. Ready? Oh, face full of mud.
So an all Trent match here. We have the Trent alumni going right to left in the green jerseys, and the Trent University Sevens team
Crouch.
on the left going right
Bind.
in the white jerseys.
Set.
We have the ref mic'd up for this game, so we'll let you listen in there.
Rock. High foot, high foot. White. Play. Ball backwards.
So as we had mentioned earlier with Khalil, the white team here is the Trent University team, and they just finished off an OUA season, so they've shifted it from 15s to 7s, and are looking to get into the National University 7 Championship out in BC, which they participated in last year. And first on the board in this all Trent battle is the Trent University alumni. Great fend there, and looks like the alumni are scoring once more here. The old guard of Trent University is getting a little bragging rights here off the bat.
Swinging shirt tackle. No, thank you.
As you can hear from the ref, just called a swinging shirt tackle. So the
13 before possession of the ball. Give it, give it.
So the Trent U team looking to take advantage of a couple penalties here. They began play just past half and are looking to cross. Oh, a little chip shot, but
Penalty up. We're back. Up is obvious.
looks like there's another penalty on the play. So Trent will start with the ball. Great kick out to the wing, but the alumni defense staying strong. Tries for an offload, but wasn't successful. The Trent alumni look to have numbers on the outside and looking to take advantage. A lot of kicking in this game as both sides look to try to gain some ground and create some scoring opportunities. Oh, and it's the Trent alumni once more for their third try of the game.
We have.
So it looks like it's going to be halftime after this conversion. So that's half, and the Trent alumni are up 15-0 on the Trent University Sevens team. Looking to get some bragging rights on their younger comrades. So right after this game, we have the women's semifinal match between the Aurora Barbarians and the Durham Lords. So that's a semifinal match, not a quarterfinal, and they're looking for a spot in the cup final. The cup final for the senior women takes place at 3:20 p.m. here on Field 1 and can be caught live on Rugby Ontario TV on our YouTube page. And this match is just kicking off for the second half. Two Trent teams going at it here.
Rock!
The alumni kicking forward.
Blake! Bandage over! No kick. All right, Devin.
So that's with that play, that was a penalty try. So no kick, and they get 7 points. Trent alumni really pulling away in this one.
Could have got yellow on that one too, but hey, you guys are buddies.
And the Trent team looked to have a nice try there, but as a result, they knocked on that run. So it'll be a Trent alumni scrum right at the 22 here.
Find. Set.
Another big run by the Trent alumni, and no one stopping that. A dive in, and there's another try. You're watching 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival, presented by Toronto Wolfpack. We have a quarterfinal in the senior men's division here between Trent Sevens and the Trent alumni team. Trent alumni have pulled away, and they're up 29-0 after that conversion. A big run by Trent here. And Trent is now on the board with their first try of the match. That's a successful conversion. And it's 29-7 for the Trent alum.
Four up, three back.
So Trent alumni add another to the board here, padding their lead. Pending the conversion, the alumni are up 34-7 here.
Nothing white, nothing white. Oh, it's forward in tackle. Last minute. Stay back, stay back. Thank you. On his feet. Advantage. Back from here, tackling from the ground. Push, guys, a bit more push. Thank you.
Trent alumni with another try there. Right off the restart with a chip shot. And that's the game. The Trent University alumni defeat the Trent University men's sevens team by a score of 39-7.
Sorry? Gay ball, yeah. This one like showed up like halfway through the tournament to stay on the field, but whatever. You guys want to play with that? Yeah. Yeah, it's decent. Cheers. Thanks. It was fun. Take or receive. They like kick. Which side do you? Getting that way? There's no sun. There's barely a wind. Yeah.
Durham?
Sounds good. Go, ladies. Less than a minute. Less than a minute. Time to line up.
Next up, we have the women's semifinals between the Aurora Barbarians and the Durham College Lords. Thank you to our 2017 event sponsors for their support of this year's Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival presented by the Toronto Wolfpack.
Go, Lou. Green set.
So we're just about to kick off here at Fletcher's Field in Markham as Aurora and Durham are taking part in the semifinal action. Aurora kicks off to Durham. Durham is wearing the black and green kit, while Aurora is wearing the blue and black kit.
Keep it.
Aurora
Okay,
pressing early here.
Side before the pull.
These two teams fighting for a spot in the finals. And it looks like Aurora has the first try. So with that conversion, Aurora's up 7-0. Aurora's 15s program plays in the Ontario Women's League. This year they placed second and also were Owl Cup finalists.
Advantage green knock. Set it for you, green. Blue legal, but knock.
Sorry, Joe, can you confirm that it is? Oh, it is. I think I see you out.
Away from it, no crossing back foot.
Crouch. Advantage. Crouch. Bind. Set.
And with that run, Aurora has their second try of the match.
Excuse me.
Successful conversion, and Aurora now leads 14-0. Durham College is in its first exhibition season of the OCAA. And next season will be their first official OCAA season. The OCAA runs a women's sevens league.
Oh, what's it? Contact possession. Away blue. Set it up. No. Penalty for blue. Green, you're in the puck. You have no right to pick up the ball. Wait.
And another big run for Aurora as they bring their lead to 19-0. Looking to add 2 points with the conversion here. Conversion is good. Barbs now have a 21-0 lead in this women's semifinals match.
Rook. Over. 15, turning and shielding. No, 16, thank you. That's it. Blue knock. No, blue knock. Blue knock. It's not a kick.
So looks like Aurora knock on that play.
Gotta be from the foot. You got one coming up. Last one before half.
strong run up the side here. Looks like Durham might come away with one. Oh, but a big tackle by Aurora there.
Knock there. We'll call that half.
So with that, we're at halftime here. Aurora leads Durham 21-0.
Winded or kind of head just jarred when she got hit? There? Yeah.
We're returning to action here at the 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. We have women's semifinal action here between Aurora and Durham. Aurora currently leads Durham College 21-0 with 1 half to play.
Your kick. Blue set. Here. Back in their feet. Safely, safely. Thank you. A little bit. Crouch. Bind. Set. Let it set. Four. Rock. Good pull, good pull. Off it, blue. Yeah. 13 roll. Eight off. That was blue pushing away, not releasing. Eight, you good? Cold and tired? You got it. Give it a wipe. Rock the head. Leave it, leave it. Use. Part of the cleanup. Advantage green. Scrum. Just the knock. Yeah. Good to go. Release green. Blue. Oh, yeah. No, against you, against you. Forward. Forward pass. I only have a decent area here. Crouch. Bind. Set. Jump. Play. Advantage green. On possession. No hand, no hand. Back with 10. Advantage over.
So Aurora scores yet another try here, bringing their lead up to 26-0 in women's Mag 7 semifinal action.
Yeah, I literally changed
30
all
seconds.
wires into his car as he was driving out.
Her?
Yeah, mid forward on like the 5-meter line.
You got it?
She went like on the side.
Just the restart, just the restart. Be away from the motor if you want. Yeah. Away, Blue. Rock now. Blue, no. Side entry.
So that's the final score of this game. Aurora Barbarians 26, Durham College 0. Aurora has booked their spot in the Cup final match, which will take place at 3:20 here on Rugby Ontario TV. Be sure to tune in for that one. Next up, we have a break here right before the start of the Cup finals. So please stay tuned, and at 2 o'clock we will have the U14 Boys Cup final between the Crusaders and the Jesters. Thank you. Welcome back to the 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. We have a great game on tap here for the Cup final of the U14 Boys Division. The Jesters are wearing the black and red kit, and the Crusaders from Oakville are wearing yellow. Crusaders look like they have numbers on the side here, but Jesters taking it to them on the defense. The Jesters are a Brantford team, the Brantford Harlequins Club. Their sevens program is named the Jesters. And of course the Crusaders out of Oakville. We will be hosting the Junior Club Sevens Championship at Oakville's Clubhouse next weekend. U14, U16, and U18 club teams will be participating. Check out our website for more details if you'd like to register. So Crusaders had a strong run there, almost into the corner, but a penalty results in a turnover to Brantford.
Okay, thanks. It's no go on moving.
Still scoreless here at Fletcher's Fields for the U14 boys final between the Jesters and the Crusaders. Just have some injury time here as a player heads off. Looks like a scrum here. And the Jesters strike first here in the U14 men's final with a try on the left side. Looks like we're going for conversion here, so it's 5-0 for the Jesters, awaiting the conversion. Conversion is not good, so the Jesters have a 5-0 lead about halfway through the first frame. And the Crusaders strike right back with a try of their own, right under the post. We'll get the conversion here. Conversion successful, and Crew have taken a 7-5 lead. Official signals for halftime, and at half, the Crusaders lead the Jesters 7-5 in the U14 men's final. The 2017 Rugby Ontario Hall of Fame and Awards banquet is happening on November 25th at the Maple Banquet Hall in Mississauga. For more information and to purchase a table, please go to rugbyontario.com. Second half just about to kick off here. The 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. The rain continues to come down here at Fletcher's Field, but the players are not letting it bug them, and they are playing some great rugby here. U14 men's final, we have the Jesters kicking off and the Crusaders receiving. Crusaders are up 7-5. As the Crusaders restart here, we're just welcoming Andrew Hall to the press box here. Andrew Hall is the head coach of the Maple Leaf Sevens, the Rugby Canada Maple Leaf Sevens program, and is also here with the Misfits program, who are participating in the U18 Elite level of the tournament. Thanks, Andrew, for coming in.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. And I guess you guys are starting to prep for your next tour, and it looks like Cruz is scoring right now.
Go, young man. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a great score. So you're preparing for the season for the Maple Leaf Sevens, the men's program. What's on the horizon?
Yeah, so we leave on the 25th of November. We're heading up to Dubai. So we're some really great talent there. The international invitational team there. So we're just selecting a squad to be announced next week, I think, and that's exciting times for us, and we're really looking forward to get over there. There's some great competition that we're against. We're going to be playing teams like Germany and Ireland and the Georgian Sevens team. I think the South African B team are going to be there, who were in the final last year. So we're just we're getting ready for that, and we're really excited by some of the young talent that's coming through, and we just can't wait to get going.
Yeah, that's great. So when does the training sort of officially start for that?
Well, we fly out on the 25th. So some of the guys will be a certain amount of the team that are carded. So they're out training out in at the COE out there in Langford. So there'll be a certain percentage of the team that will be made out of that, and then the other guys that we've given a bit of availability for people to come, so they'll be slicked out of that. So they'll be from all over over Canada. So we'll get together. We'll have about a week of training prior to the competition. Land in Dubai on the Monday. We'll train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Day off maybe Thursday, and then into it on Friday, Saturday.
Great. So an event like this, the Mag Sevens, the other fall series stops that have happened in Ontario, and obviously other sevens across the country. How do you use some of these events as sort of a selection tool, or just sort of to look at some of the future talent coming through? Yeah,
look, I think especially in the fall period here in Ontario, particularly, I'm obviously based here, so I see it a lot more. But there's been some great fall sevens from Commuter Cup a couple of weeks ago. Rugby Canada had King Goodland out, and Lee Douglas was out, and there's some really, really good talent we spotted there, and it's really, really great to see. And then the Toronto District School Boards have some really good series. There was a good the finals there in Don Mills a couple of weeks ago. So we're out just identifying, keeping a track of guys. We've got a long list that we look after, and we sort of many times is a sort of a saying that I like to use, and we're just selecting them, and then we between the coaches, and there's a few of us around the countryside, get together and have a chat and keep an eye on players. So that's sort of how it works. But there's some really good sevens going on. I'm really excited by the sevens here in Ontario.
Yeah, that's great. And like you said, the Toronto District School Board and the other school boards are really taking the sevens to the next level, which is great to see.
Yeah, I mean it's good to see even like Peel this year having their own little seven tournaments and stuff like that. And I know York region as well. So look, it's fantastic. It's feeding our club rugby. There's no doubt. I'm hoping, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. So in your role with the Misfits, I'm guessing you're on as a coach, obviously. You guys are up for the U18 Elite Boys in the final against the TRU Reds. How's prep going for that, and how's the tournament been for the team?
Yeah, so I've been coaching the B side, so we've had two teams in this tournament, or the black team, I should say, and so we just unfortunately went down to a very, very good Celtic Barbarians team that are coming from Calgary or Alberta. So we unfortunately didn't do so well there, but making the plate final was good for our guys. It was the first time, we were just an invitational team, so we don't train, we get together, and they got better and better every game, which is really awesome. And as I said, the Celtic Barbarians, a very good squad. And the boys, the red team, they've been training really well today. They had a bit of a stumble against a really good Toronto team, and they're going to match them again in the final, so they'll see that. So
yeah, for sure.
No, the boys look good. There's some good players in both of these squads, so the final's going to be a cracker. And George Azar, who's running the squad down there, he's doing a really good job. And myself, Nigel and I started the Misfits a year or so ago just so we can get some more coaching experience, and it's starting to grow with the help of Khalil and a few others, and we're really happy with the progress. We just want players to play and coaches to be able to coach. It's really awesome.
Yeah, great. So that was actually going to be my next question about the Misfits and how that all started and where it's going, I guess, in the past couple of years.
Yeah, well, it's funny, I was coaching Ontario for a few years, and myself and Nigel were on a golf course one day, and we, as Ontario coaches and Sevens coaches, we didn't get many opportunities to coach outside of the nationals. So we just we respect other programs that have been running, and we wanted to sort of emulate and give an opportunity for us to coach. And there's players playing was sitting on couches, so we just decided to give them an option, and that's really our philosophy. We just want to play and give players options and coaches options to coach, because it's the only way you get better, isn't it? So for us, then we're growing. We've had 2 teams in this tournament. We've got 2 teams going to New York Sevens Thanksgiving weekend down in New York, obviously, and we're starting to bring a women's program together too, with Ian Fitzgerald's coming along to help us out with that, and Nick Daniels is helping us out with that too. So we're just starting to build that. So it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great to see. It's so true in the sevens, where they're a lot of those provincial athletes aren't getting that much time until they get to nationals. So it's great to see those programs coming through that help those athletes.
Yeah. Well, you can only get better playing. Get better either coaching and playing by doing it. The more the outlets you can do, the better, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So the Misfits, I've seen the roster. It's players from all across Ontario. How do you guys sort of coordinate for training and things like that?
Well, it's a funny thing. We don't train.
Okay.
So we're a truly invitational team. So it's really pulled to get the guys together this morning. Some of them played together in Commuter, obviously, a couple of weeks ago. Nice try there. Wait, was that Brantford, is it? The Jesters?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a great little try. I don't know what the score is here, but that was a. So we don't really train. We just get together, invitational squads, and we have a website, CanadianMisfits.ca, and people just sign up, and we build programs from there. So that's how it works. So if you're interested,
great.
they can go down to the website and find out more.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll add that to the score there.
Oh, she's getting tight. You miss it? Oh, unlucky.
Oh, and it looks like that's the final.
Oh, the crew boys are happy. Look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic final.
Yeah, so the Crusaders are the 2017 Magnificent Sevens, presented by the Toronto Wolfpack, U14 men's champs. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks,
really
Kevin.
appreciate
You
it.
too.
And we'll see you next. We'll see everyone next game for the TRU Reds versus the Misfits Red in the U18 Elite Boys Division. Welcome back to the 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. We have the U18 Men's Elite Final between the Misfits and the TRU Elite Reds. TRU wearing white jerseys and the Misfits are wearing red. A little bit of deja vu from earlier in the day as the Misfits and TRU met in the first game of our scheduled broadcast. And the TRU came out on top of that one, so Misfits looking to avenge that loss. A strong run by TRU, but stopped here. Nice offload. Both these teams feature many provincial and national athletes. They'd kick up the right side. The kicking game has already played a big factor in this one. And as you can see, the conditions of this field are also playing a factor. Continues to rain at Fletcher's Field today. I don't think it's stopped yet today. TRU with a big run here. Oh, and just breaks free of that tackle. And that's a TRU try. And with the conversion, TRU has a 7-0 lead against the Misfits. Both teams showing strong defense in this one. Misfits looking to cross half and possibly score here. Big run by the number 2. And he's over for the try. At half, the TRU Elite Reds are up 7-5 on the Canadian Misfit Sevens. So the second half is underway here at Fletcher's Field, and TRU is up 7-5 on the Misfits. And the Misfits have scored their second try of the match. Misfits looking for the third try of the match. Not 100% sure on conversions here, but we do know that the Misfits are leading. And a run just stopped short of what could have been an 80-meter run there. And there's another try for the Misfits. So the score we have is 15-10 for Misfits. As I said earlier, we're not 100% sure on conversions here, but we do know that the Misfits are leading. We are sure that that conversion was not good. So 15-0 is what 15-7 is what we have. Misfits leading, looking to avenge their loss to the TRU Elite Sevens back at the start of today's competition. TRU with a kick upfield, looking to get there to get in for a score, but Misfits grab the ball. Looking like ball went into touch there by the Misfits, so it should be a TRU line out here. And that's the final. The Canadian Misfits Sevens are the 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival, presented by the Toronto Wolfpack, U18 Men's Elite Champions. A great final between these two talented clubs, included a lot of provincial and national talent. Great to see these players out here representing their academies and branches. Next up on the docket will be the U14 Girls Finals. Welcome back to the 2017 Magnificent Sevens Rugby Festival, presented by the Toronto Wolfpack. In this one, we have the U14 girls final between the Toronto Amazons and the Barrie Rugby Football Club. This U14 division is comprised of 5 teams, and it's very great to see this division running, because a few years back there wasn't any U14 girls sevens rugby, so this is great to see an all-female division in this age category. So the Amazons are in the pink kit, and the Barrie team is wearing the sky blue. And it looks like the Amazons have the first try of the match. So with that try, the Toronto Amazons are up 5-0 against Barrie. The Amazons have a strong U14 program. Barrie looking to make something happen here on the side of the field. Looks like we have an injury here. Just an update on the Toronto Amazons and Barrie game. The injury has caused the game to be moved to Field 5, so we will be unavailable to stream this due to our camera setup. So an ambulance is being called, so we're just being as cautious as we can about this, and we had to move the game to Field 5. Just an update. The other games should happen as scheduled, maybe a little bit behind. We'll update you as we get information. Thank you. Just an update for any of our viewers. The 2017 Magnificent Sevens finals have been moved from Field 1, and we will no longer be able to stream the games. We are very sorry for the inconvenience. We have an injury on the field, and we cannot move the players, so we must move the games to another field, and we want to be as cautious as possible in this situation. Stay tuned to our Mag Sevens Twitter account and Rugby Ontario's Facebook account for any updates on scores, and be sure to go to magnificent7s.com/schedule. And tomorrow we will also have the stream, and it'll start at 8:20 a.m. So please tune in, and we'll see you tomorrow.